The Norwegian Jewel is a cruise ship that is 965 feet in length, 105 feet in breadth, and can travel at about 22.5 knots. It is powered solely by fuel, lots of it. In fact, it burns 1 gallon of fuel every second. It can hold more than 2,000 guests, accompanied by over 1,000 employees. It has over 15 decks, and in it has almost anything and everything, from dining facilities to quality accommodations, from gyms to outside swimming pools. But important component on this cruise ship are the guests. Thousands of tourists who foredare to disembark on their mansion and water make their way to the mainland where they spend money. According to NCL, each passenger cruise party spends an average of $167 in Belize. In 2012, NCL estimated that more than 600,000 cruise passengers who visited Belize spent a total of $44.4 million US.
Currently, this year we'll be getting about 1 million passengers passing through Belize City. On a whole, we get 1.3 million passengers, visitors to Belize every year, about 300,000 from overnight tourism and 1 million passengers from cruise tourism that all enter Belize City and exit Belize through Belize City. So Belize City becomes a critical case and point on a whole. In terms of cruise, we look at it as incremental tourism. We have a high and a low season, and we look at cruise tourism to bolster the whole economy of Belize. Of course, when you look at 83% disembarkation rate for Belize City, for the Belize City port, that's about 800,000 people that we will probably be seeing this year going through the village and going on tours and going in the city, going into the restaurants, buying from the vendors. So it really affects the who need it most. A lot of the people that work in cruise are people who come from the south side of Belize City. They are people who don't have to invest too much to be a part of a big industry and benefit greatly from it.
Months ago, NCL held several workshops for Belizeans interested in working for the company, and Director of Gallery at NCL, Neil Hall, had good things to say about the cruise.
Something that a lot of people also need to be aware of is the fact that working on a cruise ship you don't have to be a captain, as much as we would all love to be the captain. You don't have to be an art guy. As I'm sure you saw earlier, we had a group practicing playing instruments. The band was practicing upstairs in the Spinnaker Lounge. We have singers, we have dancers, we have musicians, we have, of course, waiters, waitresses. And what working on a cruise ship does, because it is such an international location, it takes it, like has been mentioned so many times, to a different level. It's not just learning, oh, okay, you would like this, there you go. It's learning presentation, it's learning everything about serving, it's learning everything about art, it's learning a lot of different things about singing, but mainly about taking your level of professionalism one step higher to that truly international market. And that's what I think NCL will be doing down south, bringing it to an entire different level in terms of not only overnight tourism, which will come, but also cruise tourism and just the availability of a teaching program that will be hands-on.
But with so many tourists visiting Belize, residents are concerned that land pollution will follow. But as part of the tour, we were showed the environmental friendly side of the ship. It has several mechanisms set in place to minimize the negative impact. According to the captain of the ship, they are also environmentally conscious of their docking practices.
When we're coming closer into this area, for instance, when we go through the reef into your anchorage here, me and the staff captain is also up on the bridge here. So I take the seat here, the jump seat or the rear seat here, and overviewing the whole operation together with the pilot. So that's the way we are maneuvering and navigating. And as you see here, we have all the equipment here. We have, for instance, the cameras. We have around 1,100 cameras in the ship and outside the ship as well, for keeping the track of what's happened. Immediately when we have any fire alarm, for instance, we got the spot also on the camera.
The ship also caters for individuals with disabilities. Reporting for Love News, I am Hippolyta Novello.